Hello, hello. And we're back. Welcome to the love stream. Here I am with my best mates on the internet. The beautiful, the gorgeous, the never-ending gleam in the eye of all of CJ. Comic Girl Ava.
Oh, hello.
I thought that introduction was for me. I mean, come on.
I'm
for
so
you.
sorry. Oh, no.
The sweetest of the sweet. And in this corner, better than all others, yet to give up the flavor, Mr. Sweetcast himself.
Hey.
Welcome.
I thought you were going
Thank
to
you.
go something cheesier. You should have dropped a line where it's like, so sweet, he'll give you a cavity.
Yeah, I go for original as much as possible, but yeah, that would have been good and corny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Sweetcast. I'll corner you out next time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I appreciate that.
Well, here we are again on our weekly Thursday tirade. And wow, again, Twitter time has beat me within an inch of my life. So much has gone on.
Your face seems redder every day for it.
It's self-abuse. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's all that or my girlfriend really loves me.
Maybe it's both.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah, we're kinky. Well, again, back to the madness of the week. I hardly know where to start, but the obvious is the obvious. And we have a lot of information about that. But wow, swatting.
Yeah.
This is the story that keeps mutating. Every hour, there's some more nonsense. It has evolved.
Hour after hour, it never seems to end. And each person bringing another tidbit of their own mucous membrane into the situation. Ren speaking up, Doyle speaking up, Pace speaking up, and each one more stupid, more idiotic than the last.
Yeah.
I have not seen some of the stuff they've said, so I need to be filled in as well.
Oh yeah,
Well,
we could do,
knows all about it.
we could do some screen shares here too.
Oh,
Okay. Well, you
getting
bring
fancy.
that up. If you want to go that far, Sweetcast, I'm ready to click on you just like this, and then there you are. That was fast. Whoa, that was succinct. You didn't even ask me, and I was on that. I'll have to teach the doctor how to do that.
I started looking already. I was like, I know we're going to talk about this, so let's see what's going on.
Let's go, baby.
So here's the thing.
What? Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. The thing is, okay, so this is the life cycle, at least that I have seen as things have unfolded. But first you have, of course, people hating on Peter Simeti for months. Then the SWAT happens. Then you have those same haters coming out and disavowing swatting. Then they're denying that the swatting ever happened. And now they're denying that they've ever said anything mean to Peter. So, and who knows what's going to happen tomorrow morning. But
what an evolution there.
Yeah.
By tomorrow morning, they'll be saying that scar on their forehead is not from a lobotomy.
Yeah. So here's the logic. If you call someone a white supremacist, and right here, John Paul Attlee, he's going to own his own words. He says, he does support white supremacy. He profits from it. Alterna should be boycotted and blacklisted. I've engaged plenty enough, and it's now apparent you aren't. So I know what. Yeah.
Who can decipher any of that? And how does a person of color, how does an Asian person think they're going to become a white supremacist? Why would anyone think that Peter's a white supremacist?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Especially
coming from a white guy.
Yeah, it's a white guy.
Well, that's how a lot of things happen so far.
Yeah.
Is it possible that Paul is literally perhaps a very well-grounded member of the KKK, and he's trying to bring Peter in?
This is like a conversion attempt, is that?
Yeah. So, and like the most absurd conversion attempt possible.
It might be. You never know.
Here's the thing. So the logic is maybe you've seen that tweet from Ren that says basically it's okay to punch Nazis. She's not the only one. Lots of people have said that. It's okay to punch Nazis. A white supremacist, where's the jump in logic there? So If it's okay to punch a Nazi, is it okay to punch a white supremacist? Then if this Asian publisher, if he's a white supremacist, then is it okay to punch him? If it's okay to punch him, is it okay to call the police on him? You know what I mean? This logic it's flawed all the way around. And
well, they're making the leap from claiming that an Asian man is a white supremacist and therefore they can break the law, dox, and SWAT.
Right. As long as they decide for him, for everyone that he is what they want to say, just so they can tear him down, then it's all good. It's whatever their motive.
Oh, this is a fantastic one. This is mind-bending. I felt my mind take a turn around a racetrack about 300 times after I read this.
I will say Renfamous deserves some kind of medal for the mental gymnastics she's been going through. All day today and yesterday, for that matter. I
think her gray matter is made out of rubber bands.
Right. Hey, quickly, are you able to keep it posted just on Sweetcast's screen?
Oh, it's supposed to be.
I think, Ava, you have to click on me in the Hangout for it to stick for you as well.
Will it for everyone else, I'm saying?
It should be for everyone else.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Until I double click until I click on him again. See, now it's switched to me when I'm speaking. You go ahead, speak.
Okay.
There you go.
Good? Yeah, I just wasn't sure for everyone else.
We're good.
It was staying on one person.
Ava,
okay, sorry.
You're pulling a doctor on me. That's what the doctor does to me all the time.
Just
it's broken. It's like, it's broken, Jean-Luc. I'm like, it's not. It's fine, mate. He's like, no, it's broken. I'm like, get out.
No, don't say that.
No, okay. Kick Ava. Kick Ava. No. Sorry, darling.
Oh, great. That'll be a button for me out there now.
Yeah.
I would never kick you. Never.
Well, good, thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm sorry. I deeply apologize. I had a little coffee.
Ready to go. So did you notice that? So first, Renfamous, she had her own life cycle. She condemned it, then she starts to say that she's somehow the victim of the swatting, and she was really on that one for a while. No one was falling for it. So then she started saying she was going to take legal action, and now here's the full circle. Because Ethan threatened to make videos. I hope he does this. Make videos about every single one of these people with their tweets, the things that they have said.
I have to interject for a moment and say,
yeah,
wow, what an incredible job the human sunbeam has been doing today.
Yeah.
Wow. What courage, what determination, what endless examination, what skills this man has in debate. He never gives up.
Yeah. And that's one thing is you can't, Renfamous will make it like you are victimizing me. If you fall for that trap and try to justify it, you're going to lose. Ethan doesn't do that. He goes right for the throat.
Right.
He said he's learned these things from Andrew Breitbart, and I can definitely see him applying those tactics. So that's awesome. Hail Andrew Breitbart.
I'm going to have to check that out because I need to learn how to strike like a cobra.
Yeah, it certainly helpful for sure. I definitely could use some improvements.
Me as well.
So now Renfamous is trying to be proud that he's going to make videos because somehow that makes her, come out on top. This is, I don't think it's working to convince anybody. She says, retweet if you see
my favorite one. This is my favorite one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
But use a Ren voice.
Oh yeah, man. How does
use a Ren voice?
I'll give it a try.
Imagine your hair so blue.
Yeah.
That cars stop 3 miles before they see you.
Retweet if you'd be proud to be featured on Ethan Van Sciver's spotlight videos about people on Twitter who stand against Comicsgate. Come on, everyone. The guy needs excuses not to finish his comic. Help him out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm proud. Be proud. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. What is there to be proud of?
They're
attacking people of color that are trying to draw comics?
Right. This is desperate damage control, I think.
She's trying to pick herself up from that that stream she had. So she's just trying to.
She's going to need a crane. She's going to need a crane to pick up that corporeal It's so, my God, she was like 300 stone.
Yeah, that video was epic because it's their own words, in their own words, the nasty things that they've been saying, and they can't refute what they've said. There was scary music, and Ethan does some pretty great SJW voices, but those were their
He's
words.
so good at voices.
I know.
It's hilarious.
He really is. He's really excellent, isn't he?
Hey, we got to find another one. I want to hear both of your good voices. Let's
We
see.
need more
I don't know
voices.
about me. Jean-Luc has it, I think.
No. We have to listen to Ava's voice as well.
Oh,
let's
whatever.
go to the chat for a minute and see what
Yeah, let's.
Kyle's in the chat. Hey, Kyle, how's it going? How's it going,
Ritter?
mate? Big Steve just left the
Hey.
stream.
Oh.
Hey.
Sorry,
Everyone
just
say
left.
hey to Big Steve. Yeah, no, he's here. He
Oh.
left the DJ. He left the DJ stream.
Well,
That's
I'm
why-
glad he's here.
Yeah, I'm glad he's here as well. Sweetcast, tell me when you bring up that next one, and I'll click on you. Sierra Whiskey says Ren Famous talks to her husband the same way while engaging in nuptials. It sounds saucy. I bet she says to him, "Aren't you proud, darling? Be proud." And he says,
What
"But
is-
I don't want to be proud about the nasty."
Well, it is Valentine's Day, so
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
God, I forgot to say.
Don't make it more real.
Happy Valentine's Day to everyone, especially Ren, who's so proud.
yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. Whoa, look at this. Looks tasty.
John Paul Atlee. Here's another one from him. Who wants to take this one? Can you see it okay?
Kind of. Let's go with Ava. Ava, darling, you go first.
All right, let's see what we have. Hold on. I gotta put it up close to my face because it is small.
Channel the soy.
Channel the soy.
The soy
All
juice.
right.
Try and make it bigger. Is that better?
There you go. That's what she said.
The soy juice. Oh, cool. How you all react so badly to basic human decency. I've experienced it. Why you act so confused, Jimmy?
Yeah.
That was cutting out for me. I don't know if
Let's take it from the top. Take it from A, as they say on the set.
I'll try it again. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now you can hear.
Oh, that was weird. I was like, why'd it go silent? Where'd everyone go?
We're listening. darling. We're listening emphatically.
All right. It's great how you all react so badly to basic human decency. I assume none of you have experienced it firsthand, which is why you act so confused when you see it.
Wow, I felt that in my heart.
Well, he had quite the speech. So
That's pretty okay. I'm ready. I'm ready for my take.
That's
Mr.
fine.
Defender.
give him Ren. Give him Ren.
Give me a
Oh
break.
yeah, let me find a Ren one. Yeah, I've got to give Donald DeLay a shout out. I'm looking at his Twitter because he's also been killing it today.
Yeah, he's been killing it. Hey,
Oh,
I've been
oh.
trying to kill it as well.
You have been killing it. Yeah,
Have I been
Just been
killing
a notch
it?
below. Just a
It-
notch below. So
it has,
Oh,
been
damn.
it has been a great day for slaying people on Twitter.
I took out my big sword this morning.
I bet a lot of guys did today. It's a Valentine's.
Oh yeah, it was all it was all tight in the trousers when I woke up. I thought I better bring out Daddy. Okay, here we go. Whoa, this is brilliant. I love it the way she's got her arm in that pose where women, feminism, we can do it. We're strong. And then she says the most ridiculous, weakest thing you could possibly imagine.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Oh now, you gotta get. It's like you're drowning in your own soy. You have to imagine you're drowning and you're frailing about in the middle of an ocean of soy. You can barely breathe.
It fills the nasal cavities and
You feel your lungs seeping the soy. Oh yeah. Oh, it's terrible. All Nazis deserve to be punched in the face. And if this statement upsets you because you're concerned that you yourself will be punched in the face, please note that you can greatly reduce the risk of that happening by not acting like an effing Nazi. Well, that was terrible. can't believe
I
I did that.
enjoyed it, dude. I
You know,
enjoyed
that it totally fit.
Really? Wow.
For
All
a
right.
moment there, it had flashbacks of the live stream with Ren and whatever that guy's name is, Logan Kevin.
Yeah, it was
Oh God, yeah.
the two first names.
Oh, that man is an eyesore to all of England. So, but we won't get into that right now.
Right?
But let's examine this. I mean, this is absurd beyond words, Clint. What do you think of this?
This is again the logic. So if you're gonna promote violence, punching is violence. Okay.
I believe so.
I don't know. I have to explain this, but punching is violence. And if you're saying it's okay to punch somebody that's a Nazi, and then you call everybody that disagrees with you a Nazi, you are actually promoting violence.
Right, because you want everyone to be hurt.
Yeah.
But the reality here is that Nazis don't really exist anymore. And if you compare these insignificant realities in life that happen constantly to 6 million people being killed in Nazi Germany in death camps, you compare this, you're reducing the horror of what truly happened. Correct?
I agree, absolutely.
So they're constantly doing this. Why are they doing this?
Man, if you're looking at real neo-Nazis, like you'd find in probably prison. I've watched documentaries. I know that they end up in prison. And a Nazi is somebody, or a white supremacist, or whatever, the racist people are not going to try and hide that they're racist. It's super strange. But if they're a Nazi, they'll say they're Nazi. They got tattoos.
Oh yeah, they're proud.
They're proud of it, right? They step outside, they take off their shirt, they've got a giant flag of Adolf Hitler on their fucking chest. They pull down their trousers and their ass is covered in swastikas. And they're like, I'm a fucking Nazi, you son of a bitches. And they're really right?
Yeah.
They'll put it on their face. They don't care. They want it to be the first thing you see,
Yeah.
Right.
So do any of us portray that in any way? I've never seen anyone in Comicsgate portray this.
No, and in fact, I think I've made a video against modern day. I won't say it's Nazism, but white nationalism. There are a very small minority of people that believe in that kind of stuff. But you don't see people like Renfamous going after actual people that are espousing white nationalism. To say that,
right? Exactly. She's not going after the actual people. She's just making this huge general speech out there about that everyone is if they don't agree with what she says.
But they seem to be going after, this is a point we touched on previously, they're going after the nice guy. Because there are, I suppose, somewhere there's some Nazis, like you said, in prison or some other place, right, where they're coagulating some heinous, vile nonsense. Why doesn't she go there and stop them and punch them?
Yeah.
I know.
They exist somewhere, right? Why can't Ren, with all her capabilities, find the real Nazis? Why are we drawing comic books? How are we Nazis?
Yeah. How come it's like so many within the comics community that are parent Nazis? Like, that seems quite ridiculous to have it mainly be within there.
Because in each of our streams, we have Mein Kampf sitting on the table, don't we?
Right.
Clint, tell me the truth now. Do you have Mein Kampf sitting on your desk?
Does Ethan's little sketchbook count the My Struggle?
No, it doesn't count because it's filled with superheroes and fantasy.
No. Yeah, of course I don't. I think Nazism, it's stupid.
Fascism, very stupid.
Fascism's stupid. So you'd think okay, we agree on this, but let's talk about comics. And not to mention, she's the one that is defending these huge corporations. If you think about how silly that is.
It's absurd beyond words. Yeah. But do you think she realizes how absurd this is and is doing it anyway? Because what other recourse would she have?
Yeah, I believe this is all an act. This is for public show. She's trying to get as much attention as she possibly can, and make as many people as mad as she possibly can.
The Nazi word does that then.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm so desensitized to Nazis that if I literally saw one on the street covered in swastikas, I would be like, meh,
Well,
I would just not approach them. I'd be like, okay, whatever.
I probably wouldn't even notice them. I'd be like, well, I've been hearing about Nazis for the last year and a half. I finally saw one.
Right.
I mean, thank you, Jesus.
Well, yeah, and if there was a Nazi walking, well, did you guys see about this was, I don't know, months ago, there was this guy that he probably had mental problems. He was hanging out around a subway saying racial slurs, and he was actually wearing like a Nazi armband. And a bunch of people they just beat the crap out of him. All these Antifa people.
Wow.
Yeah, look it up. It's kind of sad because you think this guy's obviously got problems. Yeah, I don't agree with anything the guy said, but is that really, he wasn't doing anything other than being a jerk. Is that we're beating him? They beat him unconscious and left
once
him.
There's actions made, from his hatred versus just saying some crap, like it's different,
Yeah.
I just don't think we have very much to worry about from the so-called Nazis. They seem to be beating themselves senseless in the first place. So, this is just the type of reaction that they're trying to perpetrate, right, in order to distract from what's really going on.
Yeah.
She knows that she's talking ridiculous, and the thing is, she knows she's doing it on purpose because she knows people love it's like a feed off of it, and it adds to it with all these other like super extreme leftists, it really feeds off of it. So, and she knows that tactic. There's
they're
no way
trying to
that,
find it, obviously, many people have said this already, but they're trying to just find a reason to be violent. They love violence.
Right.
They're very, very violent. We, on the other hand, not so violent.
Nope.
Yeah.
But this is about swatting. So they're trying to detract from the swatting. And some of them are saying, which I found rather bizarre, they were saying, oh, no, he's faking it.
Yeah.
Did you see that one, Clint? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You didn't hear this.
There were a few. I could probably find them, too.
I know you could.
This
People
is
are disgusting.
Tamara Bond villain. And Tamara's, again, making just the connection, right? Alterna was following D&C, Diversity in Comics, and was notified about his harassing behavior by myself and others. He gave a very heartfelt harassment is bad, but never disavowed Diversity in Comics. Again, Diversity in Comics, he himself has said that he's made some mistakes. Generally speaking, you can watch just about any video of his, and he seems like a super nice guy. I'd love to meet your boy Zach.
Well, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Have you met him?
No, not personally.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Not in real life.
Yeah.
But here again, it's like disavow
Yep.
D&C. Why?
Yeah,
what could possibly be the reason why we have to disavow anyone in CG?
There's no, if you personally want to disavow somebody, then do it. No one should force you to disavow somebody.
But they're using the word the same way that they try to reframe our tweets. It's as if they take our tweets, right, and they screen grab it, they reframe it, and they go, look. And then you read it. You're trying desperately to find something wrong with it, but there's nothing wrong with it other than the fact that they retweeted it or they framed it as if it was, a criminal element.
They retweet it. They twist it into their own new story. Then you have to go and try to find it within there and be like, oh, yeah. Or what are you talking about?
What are you referring to? Look, you used the word pajamas.
Right.
What? Pajamas?
That is the wrong term. You can't use that.
You can't. What gender were those pajamas? I have no idea.
La pajama.
Yeah, but those pajamas were so terrible that I had to screen capture it and frame it. Now you know it's wrong.
Yeah, right.
It's the context, right? Oh, I love this one. Yes.
Yeah, this is the series of denial.
This is brilliant. You can't make this stuff up. If someone, as a screenwriter, if someone came to me and said, I want you to write some dialogue in which you're the most confused, most manipulative, asinine asshole on Twitter, what would you write? I'd come straight to this guy.
Tim Doyle.
Yeah, like he should know everything, you know.
Right.
This guy's a genius.
Yeah. So we've got a series here.
Dabbing.
Oh, I've got. Who's going to do the Who's going to do the Tim Doyle? Who?
Tim Doyle. I'll take a stab at it.
Okay,
I think there's 3 or 4 tweets here, and then
we'll all get a turn.
rotate.
We'll all get a turn at
Yeah.
emasculating this blow up toy.
Okay, let me get in the zone here.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Wait, use the method. Use the method.
Let me think. I'm drowning.
You're drowning.
No.
Down.
You're checking your hair. You're checking your hair in the mirror 500 times a day.
I'm gonna channel your boy Zach because I think does a pretty good one. All I know is that if I was claiming to have been swatted, then I definitely would be upset if there was literally no record of it on my hometown police blotter or an incident report or any case number anywhere at all. Because I looked and there isn't.
And there isn't. I checked my bathroom TP and there's nothing there.
Right.
At all.
Yeah. This is like easily verifiable stuff, but there's an open investigation. So the police aren't going to have a lot of information out there, and that's on purpose. This is basic stuff here.
But again, this is what they love to do. They love to take whatever they have and reframe it.
Yeah.
So what's normal is suddenly, oh, this is the evidence of why it is not true. Because I can't find any sign of it, despite the fact that it's obviously a police situation, and they wouldn't tell a mental midget like this anything in the universe.
Right.
So yeah,
you go ahead and request that police record. I guarantee it's going to take upwards of a month, probably more, because there's an investigation. If there was no investigation, it's still going to take probably a month. And I looked it up; it's going to cost you at least $20 to get that police report. So just Googling it, of course, you're not going to find anything.
Yeah, and who is he to like get that information any faster? Like,
well, don't you know? It says right here, he's the screen print guy.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah,
of course.
I've got to say too, when I looked up how to find police records, you need to have the victim's name and address.
That's the point I was going to get to. Thank you very much.
Oh,
yeah. So he's insinuating that he has Peter's address. Doesn't this incriminate
That's twisted.
I know. Well, he's incriminating himself.
Yeah. So dumb.
Well, that makes it even so much better.
I think if we blew up this guy's forehead, we would find a swastika somewhere on it. I have a feeling.
Look at this though. He swats, right? Wait, swats.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm using SJW logic here.
I know. Clinton and I were on the same track. You see, there's something about the way that he's typed swatted. It's too close to swastika.
Yep. No.
You know, it's out of habit because he types swastika so often that he had to do it like this. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. And then I love how he ruins his own quote here at the bottom. Do you see? Absence of proof is not the proof of absence, but Ike's yikes. But Ike's yikes is not a rebuttal to the absence of proof. Is not the proof.
I think
of
it's
absence.
but
yikes. Ike's yikes. I was like, what a doofus. Like yes, no, like yes is not. That's not a rebuttal.
No.
Well, it is an SJW
the word, and then
that's all you need.
I thought it was.
It's a completely valid rebuttal. You guys are insane. Right. This is completely realistic.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready for my Tim Doyle moment.
All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
Thank you.
Can you read that? Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but I'm going to try.
I'll make it bigger.
This isn't. Oh, do you want me to do moose? Is that what you're doing? You're giving me moose, or you're giving me the sociopath detector?
Yeah, which one?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Whichever you feel, I guess.
I will play the sociopath. And this has nothing to do with my normal life, by the way. The qualified sociopath detector says, oh God, this is going to be difficult. My tongue hurts. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it definitely reeks of someone feeling like they're losing ground and needs to raise the stakes, which sounds a lot like the logic of someone who would stab a toy or comic book to prove their point.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
I'm tearing.
That logic is painful. My face hurts right now.
I feel like someone has taken a 2x4 and shoved it down my face.
Yeah, so I heard this story. Some rando on Twitter asked me today, because I was posting stuff about it, and they said, "Well, did you do it? Like, are you kidding
Oh
me?
my gosh.
What
really?
possible incentive? What possible? This is insane."
The proof is right there, Clint. I don't know how you can deny it.
Right, because he asked you the question. So right now, are you denying?
Oh man.
Denial?
Disavow.
Disavow.
Disavow. You must disavow 300 times.
Oh my God.
And I love how. So is that the shredder? His yeah, he's the shredder. Huh? Okay, well,
he's the shredder, but he's qualified.
Sociopath of Hector. So it takes one to know one. I'm guessing. Oh man. Ava, are you going to do moose?
I'll do moose. I'll do moose.
Oh, God, wait. Oh. Okay, let me catch my breath.
Sound right if I say
this is going to be
right?
stupendous. Yeah, please don't do moose. Your husband.
I won't do moose. I will speak for moose.
Speak for moose. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this whole thing smelled funky to me. Another confiscator playing victim. What a shock.
Oh, I'm shocked.
I know.
How often do comic skaters play victim?
Like, oh yeah,
right.
Ethan says, I'm a grown man. I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to think of myself as a victim, and I'm not going to play a victim. I will though beat you around the head. I mean, we're so high tea in comic skate that I can barely make it out the front door in the morning. So them thinking that we're bloody victims is really paramount of ignorance.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're not the ones grasping, like Renfamous, to try and logically bend this around so that we're the victims. Peter was genuinely a victim, whether, and he's not taking it sitting down, but yeah, he had the police called to his house. People have died.
I know, that's scary.
Swattings. It is scary. Let's go to the chat for a moment just to give him a little shout out here.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Aaron Olson says, while they'll ignore any and all evidence of a possible swatting of Peter, I'll be willing to bet that they went all in on the alleged attack on Jussie Smollett. I don't know who that is, actually. Their ideology colors everywhere. Did anyone understand that one? I got a portion of it.
I'm not very sure.
I'm not sure I know who Jesse is.
No, neither do I. Sorry about that. Hey, Jesse Miller's in the chat. Big Steve. Hey, following out to Destiny. Everyone's quite a few people here. 20 people in our chat. Welcome to Thursday night love stream.
Yeah.
yeah, baby. And here we are back.
Yeah,
what have you got for us now, Clint?
All right. So we went from moose. Here, let's minimize that. I gotta move my mouse. Oh yeah, here's just a little. This one's just for. This one's a bonus one from Blandy, which is just a great name.
This will not be a bland tweet at all.
Somehow I'm not at all surprised. This is the equivalent of saying, it's so telling. All the same NPC code words that come out. Somehow I'm not at all surprised.
Pre-programmed response, execute.
If they were to have T-shirts made, would that be the phrase?
Probably. Or it'd probably be like ditto. I agree with the moron who spoke before me. Falling to Destiny says, I can't believe how this terrible situation has exposed these crazies. Well, I mean, they've been exposed.
They've been exposed, but yeah, it's making it brighter.
Yeah. I think they've got a police spreadsheet of exposing themselves.
They've gotten a lot quieter too, I think, over the course of the day. I'm sure they'll flare up again, but
yeah, they're like an STD. They always flare up, right?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Did you find one, Clint? I found it very interesting when Ethan and Ren were having this tit for tat where they were discussing lawyers. I'm going to get my lawyer, Ren says.
Let me see if I can find that.
That was hilarious. I'm going to be, are you threatening me, Ethan? And Ethan's like, he's just stating facts. Right. And she's like, I feel threatened. She's victimized. You know, I say, my husband told me that this is not the right way a man to speak to me. I'm like, well, not every man can like get on his knees and lick the carpeting every time you enter the room.
Yeah. Did you see her asking for scalps earlier? Did you see that?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh my God, you got to bring that one up. That one's insane.
These are her scalps now. She's been asking people to send her screenshots of getting Twitter accounts taken down.
Right.
So yeah, here's some. Well, it's just. Yeah, someone's been a violation of Twitter rules. In fact, I've gotten exactly the same kind of messages about Ren's account. So I don't know what that means, but let me see if I can find the scalps one.
Super incredibly absurd. I mean, just complete and utter madness coming out of their mouths. I mean, she must be getting paid at least $5 or $6 an hour at this point, right?
The good, side job that she takes as a full-time job.
Well, I think they pay her in free Wendy's.
Get the 4 for 4.
Oh yeah. She's like, I know you have a burger here that has 3 patties, but I'd like 5.
If you don't, then you're a Nazi.
If you don't have it, you're a Nazi. She's like, am I at Wendy's or am I at the white supremacist agency?
Does she ever go to White Castle?
Oh, yes, all the time.
No, she wouldn't step foot in there because the name sounds bad.
Oh, but you have to remember that when you get really nervous about something, there might be some truth.
Yeah.
A little fixated, that's all I'm saying.
Let's see.
Did you find something? Oh, good. Here we go.
Here's one on so this is just one, I think the first response that came up, but somebody is saying, is there some legal action you could take regarding this? This is speaking of Ethan's video.
You've got to sound more like a snake right now. Yeah. You've got to get on your belly. Get on your belly.
This has gotten fairly absurd at this point. Have you thought about contacting the lawyer and seeing what your options may be? She has no options.
Well, she could lose a little weight. That is an option.
Oh man, yeah. This is just feigning that there's something that she can take legal action. I mean, they're her tweets. You cannot separate yourself from the words that you have spoken. It's well documented.
It's completely absurd. I mean, I don't know how low can you go? Where will she go after this?
Who said the timeout for her? Did you see that? For the Valentine's Day picture?
Yeah, that was
this one right here.
Yeah, who sent that?
Larry'sComics.net.
It depends how you take it, but to me, I would take it as in like, just how about you not be on Twitter?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But I heard that they limit internet access in mental wards.
So I want to know, are they saying that this was like, it's just saying take some time off your lovely? Is that
I don't know.
Lovely wife.
Well, okay. I don't know how they're saying.
I think they're trying to make the husband jealous that this is the way Ren used to look a long time ago.
This is so dumb.
It's really dumb. Let's get a dumb one. I'm ready to be really dumb. I'm going to strike myself in the head with a hammer and then try to speak like her. Let's go to the chat for a moment here. See who wants to say something. No. Ava, please speak.
Oh, no. No, I'm not going to speak that in the chat because it was one I don't know if we should.
There's a lot in here. I don't know. Comic Guy John says the only real enemy of Ren is the 2 for $5 Big Mac deal. God, that's a no. That's she goes in. She goes in with like $10. She buys 4 burgers. She walks around the block. She comes back and she buys another dozen. She's huge. Let's see. Oh yeah, John says ha ha. Okay, that's great. Steve says ha ha as well. Everyone said ha ha. Okay, it's good. Let's move on. Yeah, what's this?
There's so much. So this one is evidence. Again, and I made a video about this before. It doesn't actually have to be evidence. It just has to look like evidence, and that's exactly what she's doing here.
But that's what they do when they reframe it, right? They screen grab it, right. They reframe it, they go, "This is evidence."
So these are from the live chat when she was, I'm assuming, on the that one live stream, and I'm reading through these, and I'm like, so which ones? Someone called her fat.
No.
But I'm like, so where's the violent harassment? I looked through these earlier. I didn't see any. There's more.
Okay, but this is the funny part, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What's this?
Yeah.
This is the violence.
Kill yourself, please. Yeah, that's not nice. You know?
It's not nice, no.
It's not nice. But does anyone know who this person is? I don't. It could have been one of her friends.
Well, yeah, let's see.
It could have been one of Ren's
right. All you have to
cronies.
do is just make some kind of page and make it seem like anyone you want to be. So
right. They go on there and she says, I want you to go on this chat and tell me to kill myself.
Right.
And then I'm going to screen grab it. And then that's it. Because we never do this.
Well, and you know, I've had people say nasty things. I can go in my comments section. I can guarantee you, anytime I make a video, there's going to be at least one person that says something really nasty.
Yeah, I mean, I've had people say nasty stuff about me, but I'm like, you know what? I don't know you, and I don't care what your opinion is. You could say the nastiest thing about me, but I don't believe it, so it's fine.
Right. I mean, that's really the point, though, isn't it? Because we all suffer the nasty things. Everybody I get hundreds and hundreds of I'm going to kill you, mother red-faced bastard, you. Who the hell do you think you are, Sean Connery? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, actually.
Actually, thank you for mentioning that. I really appreciate that.
I'm glad you noticed.
Yeah. About time somebody figured that out. But, I get this all the time, but we don't take it seriously, and we don't screen grab it, and we don't advertise it as if, oh my God, look, I'm being victimized.
Yeah. Instead, I don't even give them the reaction, to say like F off or anything. Instead, I'm just like, okay, you're not worth any of my time, and I'll just delete it, block them, whatever. I don't want to see that.
Right. You move on. Have you got any goodies there, Clint? Ooh.
Yeah. So this one, did you see this Pete? Did you see this tweet by Peter earlier? And this was, I think, and he didn't put any names out because he's a classy guy, but it's obvious. We know there were only a handful of people, and we've looked at many of them, like Tim Doyle, Renfamous, and Lombardi, who were using Peter's words as like a shield or something, which was gross. But Peter himself tweeted today, I'm dealing with a real and unknown threat of the life of me and my family to the point that an investigation has opened up, and you want me to finger wag at Ethan for you because he's rightfully pointing out that consistently spreading serious and false accusations is dangerous. That is
the voice of reason.
Yeah, that very clear cut.
And now let's listen to the incredible intelligence coming from the opposition.
Right. Who wants to take this one away?
Ava.
All right, I'll try my best.
Okay.
We need a woman's touch here.
All right. Peter, Peter, I've never once made serious and false accusations against you. I publicly condemned what was done to you. And yet I'm now being threatened because Ethan falsified a video to make it appear as if I attacked you. Did you not ask people to avoid doing exactly what he did?
When did Ethan ever make a video? I saw no falsified videos from Ethan. What is she like playing Mickey Mouse in front of her eyeballs with one of those machines from 1920s? I mean, what the bloody hell is she doing?
She's hoping nobody's going to watch the video. It's only a 5-minute video though. And you watch it, they're her words. They're Tim Doyle's words. They're Lombardi's words. Yeah, because their words haven't aged well. That's nobody's fault but their own.
Yeah.
But this is absurd beyond belief. How does she type this out? And she sits there and types it out and goes, "This is a good one. I really got him now, even though this is completely false."
Yeah, this is desperate damage control, I think.
Right. It's to just try to get people not to watch it.
But it's funny, though. I think it's really funny. Now I'm being threatened because Ethan falsified a video.
Yeah.
No.
And
irony.
Peter he was held at gunpoint by police. So, yeah.
I'm laughing at the point that real danger being spoken from a man calm and intelligently versus the bizarre manipulations of Ren pretending that someone made a video about her.
Yeah.
How do these things match up in the real world?
Everything that happens to her apparently is at the peak. Anything else that's actually like threatening, of life threatening is less than. That's the part of the victim game. You have to, put yourself up as if you're higher than everyone else.
Well, that's the issue. I mean, since no one's actually doing anything to her in any way at all, and we're getting swatted and doxxed, obviously they have to fabricate this nonsense, hypocrisy, and lies.
Right.
It's just difficult sometimes to understand, us being sound of mind, how someone can consistently allow themselves the latitude to use false logic and to hide from the fact that they're hypocrites and monsters.
Yeah, and I had to get into their mind, and I don't know if I want to get in there.
No, you'll never get that spray cleaned off. There are no dry cleaners in the world that will save you from the monstrosity, the dirt that will seep in through your pores. Let's see here. Aaron in the chat says, "I don't like the idea of giving Ren Famous all this attention, but her ill-advised tweets and interview comments should be spread far and wide and repeated often." Well, I mean, that's the point. It's ludicrous. It's not attention as if this was somehow meritable, but these things need to be aired out because people normies who come in, they want to buy comics from CG, they want to know about CG, and they may not be aware of the situation. And they meet Ren, and Ren is spouting this bizarre white supremacy, blue-haired nostalgia over lobotomies that she once had. This stuff needs to be dealt with.
Yeah. The other thing too is I would care much less about what Ren Famous says if it were not for the fact that Joe Quezada has very publicly and frequently endorsed her and given her little back pats.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this kind of stuff, she has freedom of speech, but I do feel like it's important that we use our freedom of speech to refute what she says, and also to make sure everyone knows, tie this back to Joe Quezada. I don't know how involved he is, but he's been very public about.
He's very involved.
Yeah, he's been very supportive of Ren for sure, and SJW Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes.
That's horrible.
Plus, this is the love stream, and we're spreading the love. We're helping Ren spread the love.
Yeah.
Because she loves us in her own way, right? Have you ever been in a bad relationship? Toxic.
No, no, never.
No. Lucky Clint. What about you, Ava? Have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
I wouldn't say it was toxic. It was more just like, we weren't really as well for each other, and it was mutual to be like, nah. So not really.
Well, let me tell you, from an individual who's been in many toxic relationships, this is the way.
That doesn't sound good for you, man.
No, it's very, very bad. But this is the way you spread the love. You spread it with a big knife of hate.
Sounds
delicious.
Sounds horrible.
It's terrible. It's God's worst. Okay, Jesse in the chat says, "I'm certain I think that this is more like some skunky cabbage." I don't know what that means.
What?
Falling to Destiny says, "I've been in a nightmare relationship for sure." You see? That's what this is. It's a nightmare relationship, but we're dealing with it maturely. We're the mature ones on this side of the relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
it's
they're the toxic ones.
I believe it.
I tried to find that tweet from Cecil earlier today. I don't know if either of you saw that, but
I know you're trying to look for it. I didn't see his.
yeah, he was pleading with Ren to not waste. He said something like, "You wasted your 20s being a right wing troll. Now you're wasting your 30s being an anti-Comicsgate troll. Don't waste any more of your life. Go ahead and move on." Something like that. And
Same thing, yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
he said it much better than I did, but I was like, yeah.
Is she 30? Is she going through that time of life? Maybe she's not 30. Maybe she's a little older.
I
No,
have
I don't think she is.
no idea.
She could be getting some hot flashes early in life.
Or that'd be really early.
You never know. You never know. Comic Guy Johnson chat says, speaking of love, I need my wife back. Oh no. Ava, hurry up. No, just kidding. I'm enjoying the stream, guys. Oh, geez. I thought he was going to take you away. I'm just like, ha ha.
Valentine's Day, yeah.
John, you scared me. That was not very nice. Okay, well,
He's laughing.
I think what Doyle and it was saying was very interesting, because I think he basically outed himself. I personally would not be surprised if he's the one responsible for this. I'm not casting any aspersions, but I'm saying, interesting tactic that he's using there.
Well, and I think a big part that they've got to be feeling, they know this makes them look bad. I'm sure some of them are feeling very uncomfortable about this. Whether it could be just some crazy person online, but they wouldn't have gotten the idea to go call the police and sick them on Peter if it wasn't for all of the intense and constant just insults always being slurred at Peter. I guarantee they're feeling some kind of guilt over it. That's why they feel the need for all this damage control.
Well, yeah, I like the part where one of these individuals attempted to say that tweets are copywritten.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's absurd desperation.
Yeah.
Then what would be the point of retweeting?
It's so true.
They're like, okay, well, that just defeats the purpose.
Ava, did you just destroy Twitter?
I think I did. It's broke.
Ava just blew up Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. That's why she's the comic book queen of CJ. That's true. So Twitter is going against copyright every time it allows us to retweet.
And every single news organization in the world that posts tweets, whether it be an article or a video, they're always showing tweets. They all do the same kind of thing.
It's so absurd. It's so absurd.
So, is this like an SJW thing, like their tactic of like trying to hold on to their words, or what? Like,
this is like grasping at straws.
Like, I put something out there, now you can't say anything about it
because it's mine.
It's mine. They're my words.
I copyright this stupidity. Don't
see,
use my stupidity.
I put a C in here, so it's copywritten now.
It's so absurd. It's mind bending. I think they're literally trying to
do that with every tweet. Put a little C at the end, so that's like standing for it's copywritten. Like,
you would make some money. But I think genuinely they're trying to out-stupid each other.
I think so.
No.
We need to like give out trophies for the most stupid tweet.
The jury's still out too.
I don't know. That's a hard decision.
We'd be here all night. Yeah, that's definitely not good. But
I can't keep up with it. There's too many. They just feed off each other for the next one.
That's been a tough week, huh?
Yeah.
So do you think things are going to change when Ethan's Cyber Frog comes out?
Well, they'll pick a new thing to a new fallback. You know,
Yeah.
when Ren was getting backed into a corner, she would, even today, she's just dropping back to, well, why aren't you working on your book?
Right.
When that book's out, I mean, we've already seen Mike's book out. We've seen John Malin's book is in the process of being shipped. Your boy Zach's book's out.
Mm-hmm.
Phase
Now
1.
it's all on Ethan.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. He's the last, really the last big one, right? I mean, I guess there's Brand. They're working on it, you know.
Yeah, they'll just pick a new one. Like, that's just how it works, you know.
Yep.
But they love so much reminding Ethan, work on your book, Ethan.
Well, I
Work.
mean, they're going to say some crap, which is going to be, you know, false for sure about his art, just so they can try to, I don't know.
He's been putting up pages that are just absolutely stunning.
Oh, yeah, they're beautiful.
Beautiful. You know, I've never seen a green car take such a beating in my life, but on the pages that he put up there, it was amazing.
Salamandroid, yeah.
Yeah, I love that character. That's such a bestial character. So high T. It's so high T, it can barely sustain looking at the pages. It's like I'm going to have to wear titanium sunglasses. So much T.
Yeah.
Sierra Whiskey says EVS pages are the best. They are the bloody best.
He's good. Same with Kyle Ritter. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but
no, I don't see him.
Probably have to. Yeah, I haven't seen him. Could type it out. Kyle Ritter he's a fantastic colorist.
Yeah, he's a great colorist. Absolutely. So when this book is out, they can't talk nasty things about it anymore. I mean, they might, they might say, "Oh, this isn't as good as we thought it was going to be," or blah blah blah. But we're all
going
to
have a hard time saying that too. Like when they're tweeting that, they're like gonna have the hardest time actually putting it out there, but they're gonna do it anyway, just for their own sake of feeling like they have to.
Yeah, they have to. They're going to be forced into it. But the reality is that aren't we going to shift into an economic war now? I mean, a lot of this is just pitter-patter talking on Twitter, and it's just bloody nonsense, right? But when it comes to economics, and Ethan brings out the brute.
Yeah,
wow. What then?
They're going to make a lot of money. I can tell you, I feel bad, but I missed the Cyberfrog crowdfunding campaign because I didn't know about any of this when that was live. So
I know you're late to the game, Clint, but you're doing great, aren't you?
Well,
I know I was late to it too, and I have to wait.
I was here since day one, and you're both doing better than me. I hate you.
No, well, you have built IndieCron, so that's pretty great accomplishment.
So I had to take a detour and beat my cohorts into the ground and force them to do as I say.
Well, and he's gonna have it open again for Cyberfrog. I can tell you, I've already talked to my wife about this, and even she's not a big comics reader, but she's excited too. We're gonna get Rainbow Brute and Cyberfrog in that next campaign, and I guarantee there's a lot of people they're going to be doing the same.
Oh, the next wave of comics is going to be absurd. It's going to be a tsunami. It's going to be a tidal wave. It's going to be the moon moving too close to the earth.
Yeah.
It's going to be earthquakes and lava.
Oh, yeah. If you can see my screen here, this is Graveyard Shift. I don't know if you saw this, but
I did.
Graveyard.
I see everything, mate. I'm always on Twitter. Who leaves Twitter?
Well, probably the same.
I take break.
The same people, yeah.
I take breaks.
I never break.
Yeah, I'm pretty connected. It almost seems like to me making videos, keep at least the news kind of videos to be up to date on stuff. It just changes so quickly.
News, oh yeah, absolutely, I get it for that.
But this is great. I mean, and
it's exciting.
I'm actually curious, if you don't mind. I'm going to pull up IndieCron.
I absolutely mind.
Well, the doctor was telling me, I do mind. Do not bring up IndieCron. Of course, bring up IndieCron. The ultimate CG Comicsgate hub.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take over the stream at all. I'm just like, I want to look at it.
Clint, I'm going to have to kick you.
Let's see. Upcoming. Let me go. There's already campaigns right now, still up.
Yeah.
But upcoming. I mean, I'm looking through these, and I'm pretty excited. There's some really good stuff.
There are some very good books coming our way.
One of your books too, Night Dog.
I did the cover. That's the Doctor's book. I drew the cover.
Is the doctor writing it? Oh,
He is
Dr. White?
writing it. Yes,
Very
Dr.
cool.
Wright is in. I don't think he's in the stream now. I think it's time for him to go to sleep. He went night. Oh, Kyle Rittler's in the chat. He goes, I was so sleepy when I typed it. I don't know what he typed. He goes, no, don't get me started on. Oh, I can't repeat what he just said. Never mind. Never mind.
I was waiting for that.
I know.
You brought it back up.
I'm sorry. Wait, you brought it back up what? This?
Oh, because the Breakers, because of he was on War Campaign, and they were giving him crap about it. It was funny.
So we're just going to have such a magnificent wave of comics. Economically, it seems as if we could potentially, maybe if not this wave, then the next wave, destroy the big two.
Well, the way that they're presiding over their own death. Meanwhile, Comicsgate is growing exponentially and getting new customers into comics. I can't tell you how many people have said to me that they haven't read comics until they got into Comicsgate.
Yeah, I get the same thing all the time as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that say that.
Aaron in the chat says, George, is George listed on IndieCron? Yes, he is. Alex Opolis. Yeah, tell him I said Galanita Pedimo. Okay, that's a little Greek for you there, mate. Sorry, I had to stick
all Greek to me.
It's all Greek to me too.
We're going to point out here, Eric Weathers is my letterer, and he's got Operation Zephyr coming out. This looks really cool. There's so many in here that look cool. It's like a play off of the what's it called? The Wizard of Oz. It's like Dorothy, the Tin Man. Yeah, pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Really cool concept, I thought.
Well, yeah. So what are they going to do when we take over everything? That's what I want to know about.
Man,
look at this one.
What is this?
They're going to have some death throws for sure. I'm so excited for this. This is going to be awesome.
It does. It looks great.
Thanks.
Launch date April 2nd.
Yeah.
Are you going for April? Yeah, I saw that. I was going to go for March 15th, but you're going for April. Now I want to go for April 15th. Why are you doing this to me?
Is it?
April 15th, the last day of tax time.
Taxes. Yeah, I've heard that April's not the best. Just word of mouth, but
because last minute paying taxes, is that why?
Yeah, but I looked online and looked at some statistics, and that's not really true. April is just as good as March is. The summertime is a little bit better for crowdfunding, but apparently it's really hard to know. Most people crowdfund in the fall, and so most money is raised in the fall. So it's not really, it doesn't mean it's better. It's just that more crowdfunding happens in the fall.
Right.
But is that good or bad? Because the reality is there's more competition.
So, right, exactly. So that's the thing to consider as well.
Yeah, from my perspective, I wanted to have enough of a mailing list, enough of an audience. It's been growing. Man, this past week and a half, my YouTube channel has grown a lot. My mailing list has grown a lot. So it's been good. I don't want to wait too long. I don't want it to become like an old thing. I want it to be exciting.
Yeah, not like I did.
Well, when did you
do like me?
Man, I don't know, and I'm not sure necessarily what the right answer is, but I don't know. I guess we're all learning together.
We'll see. Go to my comic. Let's see mine now.
Yeah, let's get back. Upcoming. Is this one yours too, Adam?
Yeah, no, don't do that one. I'm doing. I'm doing Fireball first. What you passed it?
I think you passed it. Yeah, I think it's up.
Sorry. Oh, right here, Fireball.
Okay, so I put up some old sketches of this that I'm doing. So I've got a lot of new work coming out for this. This is really, I did this about a year ago when I first started this idea. And these are the 3 characters in Fireball. Go to the next one. Yeah, this is the female protagonist.
I got some nipples there.
Sorry about that. I like nipples.
Be weird if there wasn't.
I know. I mean, what are you going to do with no nipples, right?
Right?
I mean, you can't have nipples, Well, this is my horse character. Yeah, he's beastly.
Okay.
Ripped.
Oh
my gosh, they have those on the shoulder, those horns, those What'd you
Spikes.
call it? Spikes. Thank you. I was like, what's the word I want to use? Spikes. Thank you.
Metal
The spikes in the shoulders, that would be terrifying to be around. And
He's a tough guy to hug.
Right. Yeah.
I'd be so scared.
He's a scary bloke. Yeah, it's difficult. It's a difficult situation. I like
Is
this.
that-
This is a newer sketch of mine.
Is this why it's called Fireball?
That is one of the reasons. Actually, it's Fireball
Very
because
cool.
it's a sentient meteorite that falls to Earth and brings these three heroes out of the past
I love this
to
character
fight.
design.
To fight this character. He's called Crackerjack, and he has a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a Darth Vader helmet, and he's an Irish wrestler.
with sheer.
What's your panties?
Very shit. There's a little humor in this comic. What can I say?
Yeah.
He's sculpted well.
He's very well sculpted in more ways than one. And there he is. There he is again, just a little color test.
Very
Ooh,
cool.
Yeah. I
Right,
like that
so
blue.
You're doing the lines and the colors yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing everything myself.
Ooh,
Wow.
a lot of work.
It's all me,
Right.
baby. I mean, I'd be happy to get someone to help me, but
Yeah.
there's no one to help me. I put a little extra meat on the B side here. Just want it to look like.
Just added,
I don't
Gotta
know.
make a thick bottomed.
Yeah, I just said, if I made her thicker, would she be more appealing? I mean, I don't know. It's hard to test that out. And this is a kind of a rendering test that I was doing.
Is this traditional here or digital?
This is all traditional.
Okay,
Yeah, I chopped it up and then I took a photo.
cool.
And this is just another test that I was doing. I just thought I like putting up stuff with works in progress because a lot of people don't think I drew it, and they're like, "You didn't draw that," and I'm like, "I did."
Like,
Well-
what do I have if I just lied about that? Like, what's the big? Why would I do that? You know?
People always, I get the weirdest derogatory comments. It's like, "I don't believe you did that. You're faking." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I respond? Like, okay.
I say okay, and then I respond by posting time lapses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't fake a time lapse.
How do you fake a time lapse? I don't know. So I start
Oh
with
gosh, they'd find a way to be like, oh yeah, it was someone else's. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I just have their time lapse.
That's not your time lapse. That's my husband's time lapse. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry then.
So you're going March 15th with this, huh?
I think so. Yeah.
Cool. I wanted to do March.
Yeah.
I'm well, I'm just not going to be ready. But basically, is what it comes down to. I also have a business trip in mid-March, and so
that's going to be
yeah, it doesn't
That'd be
help.
tough.
How's your pages coming along, Clint? Your sequentials.
We had a little bit of a setback, not a big deal, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. I should have. We're doing 5 pages of sequential. I'm debating on exactly how I want to present those. I might provide it as sort of a teaser, so they're chronological, so you could read it and get the gist of what 5 pages gives you, I guess. Yeah, so we'll see. But I should have those they'll be finished by March 15th completely. And then, yeah, I just want to make sure the campaign's ready, and we'll go, April 2nd.
Let's go back to yours for a moment, because something I wanted to point out that I thought was very nice about your book. And
Yeah.
I want to point it out from the perspective of IndieCron. Exactly. So if you go to the synopsis,
down here, yeah.
elevator pitch. Now, it's a little difficult to read here, but it's great. Why don't you read us the elevator pitch? I really like it.
Sure, I'll read that. When a piece of the sun falls into the hands of underclass siblings, they exploit its power to bring the corrupt government of their floating city to its knees in order to save their father from death in prison. Downcast is a teen adventure and feels like Death Note meets steampunk. I might change that last part, but...
Well, I mean, I think this is an excellent elevator pitch,
Thanks.
and people should check this out. And because we get a lot of stuff, the elevator pitches need a little tweaking.
There's a method to it for sure. For anybody that is working on writing these, and it can be hard for sure. There's some great articles out there that help with it, but I would look for log lines, LOG, log lines. Yeah. And that's a great way. They do films that way, but it's a great way to just summarize it in a very short, succinct way.
Yeah, you have to be brief, but you have to make certain that everything you're saying is very relevant and pertinent.
Yeah. You got to have the external conflict, right? They have a piece of the sun, they're going to exploit it. And then you have the
protagonists. You've put your protagonists into the context.
Yep.
Which is very important. And then you have the antagonist and the environment.
Yep. And then you have the emotional hook, which is saving their father from death in prison.
I like it.
So yeah, they're hard to write. I kept fiddling with it, but I'm like, I think that works. I've had a lot of people look at it, so yeah.
I think it's great, man. I really look forward to it. I think it's going to be a smashing book.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
So what are the SJWs going to do when we have these types of books coming out? We have so many of these. I mean, if you go to Upcoming, you see what's coming, and you're like, oh, wow.
And this is just some of them, right? I mean, not everybody's got them posted up here yet.
Exactly. This is just some of them. I mean, I have another 12 books in the waiting.
This one looks fun. Monster MD.
Yeah,
the art looks really nice.
They really like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Who is that one?
This is I forgot his name. Yeah, Von Klaus. He is the writer that got work. He's going to be writing on the next Graveyard Shift.
Oh, I see.
Oh, wow. Who's the artist? There it is.
Tanya Wicker. I don't really know Tanya at all. And then the best letter ever, Eric Weathers.
There he is again.
He's seriously the busiest man in Comicsgate.
I bet. I mean, if so far there's 3 that I know of, like
he's got to be on
more.
Yeah, he's on a lot of books.
Wow.
This is, let's see. This is our friend, right? Canales. Yeah.
Canales. Yeah. And Michael.
Yeah. I do remember him showing some of them.
Everyone wants this book. Everyone loves this book. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
I'll tell you, Ebi, when I first got into Comicsgate, he was one of the first people that I started following on Twitter, and just getting the lay of the land. He would always get my back on Twitter. I was just figuring things out. He's great.
Yeah. Pixel, I have to read Pixel in the chat, or later he's going to tell me, you didn't pay enough attention to the chat. I'm like, okay, well, Pixel says, click Eric's name, because it's going to go to the creator profile.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't really understand how creator profiles works, you see. So we're going to take that opportunity right now when we look at this.
Oh, look at all his projects.
Oh my gosh. What?
That's insane.
Wow.
That's everything he's worked on. And another thing about it, if you go up to his photo, you see above him, it says penciler, inker, and letterer.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you also go to, if you click on these things, or you click on it in the creator's profile, it lists for you all of the pencilers or all of the letterers. So you can find people that you want to work with, right? So if you go back to creators, it's in the, there you go.
Nice.
Now you click on any of those isotopes.
We'll go with penciler.
Nice. Ooh, I like the shifting.
That is very cool.
A lot of people don't seem to realize this exists there, and they ask me for it, and I say, okay, just hold on one moment and I'll put it in just for you. But it's always been there.
Yeah. I don't know. People sometimes don't know how to work around inside a web page, and the thing is, like, a lot of things are usually clickable inside web pages because you want it to be as easy as possible for people to find things with filtering. So
let's go to streamers. Yeah, let's click on streamers and click on row right here, just for the hell of it. He's right. He's to my right.
He went on.
Did I miss him? Where is he?
Down.
Oh, right here. Gosh.
Look at that.
It says blame war campaign.
That's too funny.
That's hilarious.
It is
See,
pretty funny.
man, you look at this, and this is how we compete with the industry. We've built something here that, like the ecosystem for making comics, for advertising, which has always been something like, oh, you need a publisher to help you advertise. We're only growing. You look at all of these people that have YouTube channels, some of them very big YouTube channels. But these are all people that can help promote things, bring new fans in, all sorts of stuff.
Well, CG is growing rapidly, and IndieCron, I think, is a great asset to CG as the hub of CG for creators and our comics with upcoming and etc. Before it goes to Indiegogo. It's a win-win scenario. I'm just curious what the SJWs are going to do when this starts really expanding.
Oh, man, they're not going to stop. I mean, eventually, I think it'll die down a little. Eventually, you'd think. I don't know. Who knows how long that's going to take, though.
It's hard to say.
Where am I in this?
Well, that's what I'd like to know. That's a good question. Click the streamers. Where are you? Did you submit a creator profile?
Oh, okay. I had to do that.
That might be a little bit of a problem, Ava.
Thank you.
Submit. Let's do that. See,
creator. There we go.
Creator profile. How's that work for you, Ava?
There you go.
Yeah, you guys gotta give me a tutorial just like everyone else.
We're doing. I'm giving. If it's too much trouble for you, send me whatever you want on my email, and I will do it for you.
That's hilarious. I think I can figure it out.
She's like, "What the hell's wrong with you guys? Why don't I have a creator profile?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Why don't you submit one, darling?"
Why don't you actually do your work, Ava?
But you're right. You should be on there.
I'll submit it.
Okay, good. No. Oh, and Kyle in the chat says, "Oh crap, I forgot to submit myself on IndieCron. Too lazy to submit."
He's like, "So will you do it for me? Since you just mentioned you would do it for her."
I don't know if I love you as much as Ava, Kyle. So I'm sorry. You might have to grow up some big boy pants and you submit and submit.
I was just talking with Kyle a little bit earlier. We gotta work on getting him an interpreter so he can do a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, McGee's in the chat. And
that'd be cool.
I do too. Oh well, wait.
Yeah. You need a creator profile, huh?
Yeah, McGee, do you have a creator profile? I can't believe you don't have that.
I guess we're all outing ourselves that we need to go and do this.
People haven't sent it in, and that's why it's fortunate that we're going over this because these people need to be humiliated.
That's right.
Not you, Ava. Everyone else must be profoundly humiliated.
That's right.
Ava was going to submit right after the stream.
I can do that.
There you go.
I'm just really enjoying watching this little marquee just go around and around with all these books. Looks nice.
Isn't that fun?
You've got a very nice website.
Yeah. This is great.
I have to thank Pixel for surviving my constant bossiness. I'm the most bossy man in CG. You guys don't know that, do you?
So she doesn't have too much time left on hers.
Yeah. Wow. She's $12,000. That's so great.
I know, but I wanted her to get $15,000.
I know. I was going to say that. I was like, oh, you got to get that bonus.
4 hours left.
Scroll down to the $15,000.
So we can see it.
Ultimate cover.
Oh, is it shown?
Well, the beginnings of it is shown.
Right.
Cool. I'm still going here.
Almost.
Right, cover B.
This is it? No, not yet.
No.
Oh, t-shirt.
Stretch goals. There we go.
Stretch goals.
Sweet. Oh, this is the one you did.
If we get the bonus.
You're very astute, sweet cost.
Okay, I saw you did I saw your speed drawing of this. I did not realize that it was for this campaign, but the 6 arms, it makes sense now.
That's the way you put 1 and 1 together and get 5. Brilliant. Yeah, absolutely. Crystal and I were good friends. And I said, hey, you could use this as a cover. And she said, good idea. I like your style.
Nice.
I think it would make a nice cover. What do you say, Sweetcast?
Yeah, that's great. That'll be
Would you
cool.
use more like bright colors, or would you use?
Oh, I'd use whatever Crystal told me.
Got to get that the moodiness,
she has,
right?
she has the moody. Oh, I like that green though.
McGee says in the chat, Crystal says, we can still reach stretch goals while in demand. Oh, thank God.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
cool.
great point. Yeah. So it's going to be in demand for how long, Crystal? I'm curious.
Does it say it?
I think another month at least, right?
Let's see if it says.
Yeah, let's see if it does up there.
Well, if anyone has not purchased this book yet, please go and purchase it tonight before the 4 hours are over. We're hoping Ethan would have Crystal on. We're not certain if he... I don't know. Did Ethan stream tonight? I'm not sure. Did I actually get through a stream?
I don't know. I didn't get a notification.
Yeah, I didn't get one either.
Maybe he didn't.
Nope. He just posted a video is all I got a notification for.
Wow. This is the first time I got to stream without being bludgeoned to death by War Campaign or Ethan.
It's a hard life, man.
It feels good. I like it.
People know now. The word has been spreading that Thursday night is IndieCron night.
Thursday night, the hottest team in Comicsgate. Next time I'm going to call it the Menage a Trois.
Oh,
yeah, okay. No, I won't.
That's hilarious.
I don't want your husband angry at me.
It was a funny play with words. I think he'd enjoy it for the funniness.
Oh, good. Optimus Deadpool says Ethan did a video on Captain Marvel to get 100. Okay. Oh, he got 100K.
Oh, he did.
Did he finally? Wow.
Wow. And it happened here.
He's got to have a party.
Hooray. Hurrah, hurrah. Well, Uncle Ethan, the human sunbeam, has hit 100K. He'll be getting that play button any day now. I wonder where he's going to put it on his wall.
Oh, man. Right next to Jabba, I hope.
That's great. That's great. That's fantastic. Wow. He must be so... I love it when he sets these goals and he just crushes them.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
It is inspiring to me because I think I need to think bigger. Like, don't sell yourself short. Like, think bigger. Things can grow really quickly.
I'm very upset at you, Clint.
Oh, what I do now?
You're kicking my ass in the YouTube realm.
Well, man, it's been a lot of hard work. I'll tell you though, the past, seriously, starting, I did some videos on Vic Mignogna, and things picked up a lot. So I don't know. It's hard to get on top of all these trends, but
it really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is. But if anyone in the stream has not subbed to me, I beg of you, as Christ is my witness, sub to me now. I'll hang myself in the morning.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh. When you start with a threat, it always goes well.
Well, I don't know what else to do. Clint's killing me.
He's killing me, or I kill.
Keep going.
Be killed.
The friendly competition is awesome, though. I'm thinking, like, I want to pick out somebody that's already been funded from phase 1 that I want to beat. I don't know who it is yet. Maybe like Nasser or something, because he's another writer,
Yeah.
Pick somebody's campaign that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna beat this one. We'll see. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a good mental game to go and push yourself forward.
It is. Falling to Destiny says, save Jean-Luc's life. Sub. Save my life, people, please. I beg of you. Because I went to YouTube late. You had a head start on me.
Yeah. How long has your channel been around?
I'm only on this is maybe my 6th video. It hasn't been very long.
Oh yeah. I've got like 120 videos, so I have a head start. Yeah,
a little bit of a head start, but I'm killing you in Twitter.
Yes, absolutely. I can't figure out how to get more followers on Twitter.
I'm destroying you on Twitter. I can feel better about myself now. But Ava, how are you doing on YouTube?
I have 916 subscribers as of I was checking earlier. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm gonna do a giveaway when getting there. So people, please, please sub, please
if you're
like and comment.
Suicide, you have to beg.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Please subscribe, guys.
Subscribe to Ava.
Yes.
I was saying, please subscribe to everyone.
Yeah, because I want to do a giveaway when I get to 1,000. It'll be either I'm gonna do 2. So because of some people are more into comics, some are into like the Marvel Legends. So I'll do 2 giveaways once I get to 1,000, and it'll be what Age of Apocalypse what started off with that first comic, and then there's also Marvel Legends Psylocke figure with the purple hair. That'll be the other one I'd be giving away once I hit it.
Everyone should check out Ava's stream, because her YouTube, because it was a lot. I was on it last week, just watching you and your husband, and it was a lot of fun. The chat was very lively. It was great. I had a good time.
Yeah, the notifications must be working pretty well, because it didn't take too long for it to pick up. So that made me happy, because I know a lot of times with the algorithm and the unsubbing, and well, at least for the notifications and that, it's been really screwy. But I thought it was really smooth. Everyone was talkative in the chat. It felt really good. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great. And as Blondie says, your hair looked beautiful.
Yes, thank you guys.
You're welcome. It looked great. Sweetcast, did you? I don't know if you saw, but I updated my thumbnails on YouTube.
Oh, I did. Yeah, they look good.
Really? Come on, don't play me, mate.
Yeah, I noticed, actually, I think it was yesterday I noticed. I don't know if that's when you first did it or not, but yeah, I saw the circle on the left-hand side and the black bar. I was like, nice.
Where did you get that idea? It seems so original. Like, how'd you come up with it?
I really drunk and go to Clint's channel.
And the truth is, I stole it from some other channel.
Oh, that's how it happened.
So yeah,
but I did make some slight differences. I'm not going to go across the entire frame, because I made the insert of the photo a golden ratio, and I'm still going to update it and make it. So there's going to be some differences.
Cool.
No harm done, mate. No harm.
Oh no. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
The idea was good, but I'm gonna make it better. So
yeah.
I don't know. I've got, my girlfriend says that they're smashing.
Oh, see, it's all good then.
And then she said, "Smash me."
I was waiting for that.
I know you were. I had to bring it. What can I say? She's still unconscious, poor girl.
Oh man,
life is hard, and so am I. And Carl says, signs it with a kiss. Adam AF. I'm not sure who that is. Adam AF.
He's in there somewhere. Oh, there he is. I want the comic, but only if it's signed with a kiss. Yeah.
Ooh. Whose comic is that?
I'm guessing it's Ava's giveaway, unless you're planning on giving away a comic and he wants your kiss.
I was a little worried about that. So.
I don't know. I'll be giving away a comic if someone likes, subscribes, comments in that video, and also gets to 1,000.
Whoa!
But it'll be a comic or Marvel Legends. But that's about it.
That's the Ethan way. That's the way you have to do it. Unafraid, unabashedly, in your face advertising.
That's right.
Kyle's offering to put some lipstick on and kiss the book for Adam. Ooh. So there you go.
Okay,
there we go.
It's a little scary. A little worried on that. But I think Sweetcast has to go, right? Because
I do.
Time for the children. See, I'm being respectful, Sweetcast.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Because you allowed me to steal the thumbnails from you.
Oh yeah. They're open source. We'll say that. Go for it.
I actually need to be heading back out too, so I think it works out for the timing for it.
Absolutely. So I'd like to thank both my guests for coming to Comicsgate Love Stream 2.01. The next one, of course, will be 2.02.
All right.
If there is a next one.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
Thanks for having us on. Yeah, it's great.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, super fantastic. I'm feeling good.
It was a good stream. I had a lot of fun today.
It was a great stream. Yeah. Thank you, Sweetcast, so much. And thank you, Eva. And I'll sign. I don't know. We don't have a sign off, do we?
No, we gotta. I like your quirky sounds that you do. So maybe you gotta do something like that as a little sign off. And have a great night. And then it'll be a.
Ciao, baby. Make it through the next week, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
There we go.
Adios.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.